Hello, my name is Bill Long. I'm a family physician in Conover, North Carolina. I've been a practicing physician for about 35 years. About 2 years ago, I had a number of teenage patients who had had trauma in their lives or problems that they had to deal with simply because they were gay. One had gotten beaten beyond recognition, another tried to commit suicide. I had no place in this community to turn for resources, for help. So I called a few patients and a few friends, and we started Outright Youth of Catawba Valley. Our hope with Outright Youth of Catawba Valley is to have a place that these kids can feel safe and to let them know that they're loved. The rest of this video will be shot in silhouette to protect the identities of the youth involved.
Gay,
Faggot,
queer, dyke,
Queer,
lesbian,
homo,
faggot, worthless.
These are names that people call me on an almost daily basis. Angry,
depressed,
Angry,
lonely,
sad,
upset,
depressed,
suicidal,
confused,
scared,
depressed,
annoyed.
This is how these words make me feel.
I first realized I was gay when I was in the 8th grade. I remember it as a fleeting thought, something I absolutely could not entertain. I've always been a really spiritual person, and so the idea that I was gay was something that was just completely at odds with that idea, so I really didn't even want to think about it. About my freshman year of college, I did finally come out to myself, and I gradually came out to people around me after that. And my friends took it really well, and they've been an amazing support system. Things have kind of unsettled into an uneasy truce in my house. It's something that's been swept under the rug, something we don't really talk about. It doesn't make me happy, but it's easier than fighting. And Outright has been an amazing part of my support system. I remember going to the first meeting being incredibly nervous, and by the time that I left, I felt like I found a new home. I finally found a place where I could be my entire self. You go in and you don't have to worry about putting up a front about anything. And I've loved working with everybody in Outright. It's a great space, and I'm looking forward to seeing it continue to grow.
I came out when I was probably about 10 years old. I think I was in elementary school. Some of the myths and people say faggots should be skinned, they should be hung, they shouldn't even be on the splinter or anything. Just, school was bad. I was teased every day. I would be in fights every day. I ended up dropping out of school, and that pretty much ruined my high school experience. Outright, overall it's helped me, but just some things I want to improve. Everything else.
I was 12 when I realized I like girls. It took me a while before I could say lesbian. It seemed like such a harsh word. My family has accepted me with open arms and understood it is nothing they or I can change. When I came out, I lost most of my friends, and I made a lot of new ones at the same time. Outright has helped me in many ways. It helps me to know that others don't have to go through the same thing I had to go through.
For me, it was important that I'm visible during this interview to show that not only that I can overcome my fear, but that you can as well. Hi, I'm Andrew Cook. I was 14 when I first began to accept the fact that I was gay. I came out to my closest friends first and was lucky enough to be accepted by most of them, along with my family when I came out to them about a year later. I was raised as a Christian and went to a Christian school where I was taught that homosexuality was a sin that would grant you swift passage to hell. It was only when I left for high school and began to form my own opinions on religion that I even began to allow the idea that I might be gay into my head. After coming out, I was fairly open with my orientation, telling the truth to anyone who asked, but at the same time being reasonably subtle so as not to invite trouble. Using this tactic, I was fortunate enough to avoid many would-be confrontations. However, I don't believe any LGBT kid can get through public school without any trouble. I went through several bouts of depression as a result of bullying and threats that I, like so many others, was subjected to, and attempted at one point to end my own life. Looking back, I believe that had there been an LGBT group for me to go to, I could have found the support and fellowship I needed to get me through the tough times and help me find the strength to carry on through. I believe Outright Youth will fill the gap in many LGBT kids' lives and give them the support that they need and deserve.
Compare the way my body looks to the magazines. Don't know why everybody's buying into the scene. So I'm gonna drive down the boulevard, not caring who has a faster car. Tone down the makeup and the noise, 'cause what's inside will bring the boys. I don't wanna look like you because you're too perfect, you're too perfect. And I don't wanna fill your shoes because it's not worth it, it's not worth it. I don't fit the mold, I am real, too colorful to conceal. Imperfect, just the new perfect. Imperfect, just the new perfect.
In this video, you've seen what I've seen. I hope you have felt what I have felt. These people could be your brothers and sisters, your nieces, nephews, your friends, your neighbors. They need help. What are you going to do about it?